Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning AM's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a motto, Tomlin and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to May 14th. It is a Tuesday. It is an A day, and it is actually really nice out. It's not that bad at all. I think it was about 53 degrees this morning. It's going to go up into the mid-70s, so you should have a good afternoon for your spring sports. Birds will be singing, flying about. Should be not too cloudy. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now, but you know, as a meteorologist, you never have to get it right. You don't lose your job if you get the weather wrong. You still get to come in and do the weather the next day. So they say, like, there's going to be 8 feet of snow. And it turns out there's like an inch or it's sunny. They still show up for work the next day. I don't know many jobs like that. I can't imagine if our job was like that.
No, God, no.
No. So coming up this week, we have a few things we're taking a look at. This, I think, says Fuco. It's a fundraiser. Fuoco? Is it Fuoco? I don't know. But 10% proceeds are going to go back to the class. I'm going to have to find out what this is for the class of 2026. It's May 14th. That's today, 4 to 8 p.m. So that fundraiser, I'm assuming, is that a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant. Okay. I don't know how to say it. So do you know how to say it?
I always say Fuoco, but I could be saying it wrong.
The results are in for last week's Pom Pom poll of the week. It is Duncan won 41-20. I'm a little surprised there. I'm a little surprised that Duncan won because I see so many Starbucks mugs walking around or those refresher drinks in the plastic containers. Yeah,
they put their Duncan in their Starbucks cup. I'm just saying.
So they can look fashionable, but drink their knockoff coffee. They're Duncan. I don't know. I like
They're economically reasonable coffee.
That's how I think what we had last week is people are explaining. This week's Pom Pom poll of the week is pool or beach. What would you rather, pool or beach? So make sure you get to the media center and put your pom pom into the jar of which one you want. The alumni game, the baseball alumni game, is going to be Sunday, May 19th. That's this Sunday at 11 a.m. So I don't know if there's tickets. It looks like it's free. So 2024 alumni baseball game this Sunday. And congratulations to Woodland's 2024 CAS CIAC Scholar athletes, Nick LaChapelle and Casey Mulligan. And Woodland Spring Fine Arts Night is this Thursday, May 16th. It's going to be 5:30 to 7 p.m. down the hallway in the Fine Arts Wing. Next week will be the Veterans Forum on May 23rd. And the Best Buddies Prom coming up May 31st. Don't forget to return all your books that you've borrowed from the library. Look under your bed. Look in your backpack. I don't know if anything's in your locker. I don't even know if people have opened their lockers this year. Have you opened your locker this year?
Not yet. I don't think I've done it any year I've been here.
And there you go. So there may be a library book in there you don't know about.
Maybe.
Keep those Chromebooks charged. Don't forget to listen to us every morning at 7 a.m. or thereabouts. And find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And find all the rest of our shows on Spotify. Today in history is 1 year after the United States doubled its territory with the Louisiana Purchase. This is the day marked that Lewis and Clark set out from St. Louis, Missouri, to explore the Northwest. So Lewis and Clark got their start today. In May 14th, 1973, the United States had their first space station, Skylab, launched into orbit. And from there, that stayed up there a good long time. I think pieces of it are still up there. In 1998, it was the final episode tonight of the iconic sitcom Seinfeld. And I know that we still watch that in our house. Entertainment birthdays, George Lucas, best known for creating Star Wars, a little known franchise you might have heard of. He was born today in 1944. And Mark Zuckerberg, the man who gave us Facebook or stole Facebook from the other Harvard twins.
Whatever.
Well, I don't know. If
they didn't show that in the movie.
Yeah, you can watch the movie and it'll explain what happened there. It's not really a documentary, but it lets you know. And then singer-songwriter and actress Miranda Cosgrove was born in 1987 on this day. National days, it's National Dance Like a Chicken Day. Dance like a chicken. I don't mean if that means that you just walk around and like bob your head or you actually do the chicken dance. Because I don't know how. You know, the.
No, I know.
All right.
I know.
I'm
just enjoying the show.
Do they still do that at weddings?
Probably.
God forbid, do they do it at the prom?
No.
I'm gonna make it a thing.
Yeah, you
Oh,
should.
there you go.
You need to request the chicken dance at the prom. And it's also National Buttermilk Biscuit Day.
Wendy's this morning on the app, you got the notification, buy one, get one free.
I did not check. Oh, I have notifications on my phone shut off. I don't want people bother me. But now I can see there's a flaw in my plan.
There is.
I could have got a buttermilk biscuit.
We could be enjoying buttermilk, whatever.
Yeah.
More coffee.
And a sandwich, too. Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning. That's right. She's not here. That was really loud for me. I'm sorry. I do have some scores turned in. She's not here this morning. It's just turned that one
job.
I got to figure out how to make them all the same volume. The boys baseball team went 11-0 versus Holy Cross and are now currently 19-0 for the season.
Wow.
Doing it again. They can actually get out to states once again. Unfortunately, softball lost 11-5 to Seymour. And I don't have the exact scores, but both the girls and boys track and field won against Oxford yesterday.
Excellent.
I don't have the upcoming sports. I'm not as good at this as Mama Manning, but that is the sports with Mama Manning. Over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning. A couple top stories to start your day. First off, Palestinians mark 76 years of disposition as a potential even larger catastrophe unfolds in Gaza. The Nakba commentators, they estimate 700,000 Palestinians who fled or were driven from their homes before and during the 1948 Arab-Israeli war that followed Israel's establishment. President Biden is hiking tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles, solar cells, steel, aluminum, adding to tensions with Beijing. Russia arrested another senior defense official. This follows their ousting of their previous head of defense. Let's see what else we go to here. Anthony Blinken is in Kyiv, says U.S. arms will make a difference in Ukraine as new Russian offensive pushes on. This comes as a surprise visit of the U.S. Secretary of State visiting Kyiv. K-pop fans, and I know you're a big K-pop fan.
Big K-pop fan.
K-pop fans around the globe rally for climate environmental goals. Fans of Korean pop bands around the world are increasingly channeling their million-strong online community into climate environmental activism.
I'm more of a K-pop fan. Like
Fan of the fans?
when they organize and get ready to do something, they do it en masse.
I can never be a K-pop fan because it feels like too much work.
Yeah,
I'm too lazy. Just like have you ever seen Japanese baseball games or some of the clubs that support and even going to a soccer match in Europe, right? A football match in Europe.
Football.
There's a lot of chanting you need to know. There's a lot of standing. There's work involved with being a fan. I'm sure these people afterwards
you
are
have
just
to know
as
history
exhausted.
and lore, and you have to know where everybody got their start.
Oh
you
my
have to
God,
know their favorite breakfast cereal. There's a lot to know.
Yeah, no.
On there.
It's a completely different environment.
Oh
in
yeah,
other
no, listen,
countries.
I'm way too lazy. I just want to go and sit and be entertained. I don't want to be part of the show. I mean, that's a lot of respect for those people. If you're a fan and you're going and you're putting that much effort and time into it, you're better than me.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with K-pop. Leland Cruz has introduced me to some other songs as well. So.
And they're channeling their forces for good.
Yeah.
Moving to TV news for you.
Okay.
There's a brand new Batman TV series being developed from Matt Reeves and J.J. Abrams. It's going to be streaming on Amazon Prime Video.
Is it live action or is it
live action?
Live action.
Live action. OpenAI unveils a new chat GPT that listens, looks, and talks.
That sounds like Teddy Ruxpin. Oh my God, Teddy Ruxpin's making a comeback. He's AI and he's taking over the world.
No one else gets that reference.
Do you have any idea?
No, they don't.
I'll have to go back.
On Monday, the San Francisco artificial intelligence startup unveiled a new version of its ChatGPT chatbot that can receive and respond to voice commands, images, and videos. The company said that the new app, based on an AI system called GPT-4o, juggles audio, images, and
it's
video.
4.0.
Video significantly faster than previous versions of the technology. App available starting on Monday, free of charge for both smartphones and desktop computers.
Oh, so I was using one Pi.ai that you can talk to and it will respond.
ChatGPT will now do that. You
And
can send
and
it
I've
a
heard some
video.
examples of it. It's you can create the character that you're going to respond to. You give it the prompt of who you want to reply as, and then you can have a conversation back.
So
and
it's like Siri on steroids.
They want to make it a personal assistant.
Like Cortana was
As a matter
back in
of
the
fact,
day.
the creator of OpenAI, and his name's not coming to me, Sam? I don't know.
Sam, I like Sam.
Sam, we'll go with Sam. Sam I am. And he's saying that he wants it to be like the character in Her, the movie Her, where
With
he
Joaquin
falls in-
Phoenix and he falls in love with his phone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So that's what they're hoping for.
Okay, that's creepy, but we're going to move on. One last story for the day. An Australian veteran who exposed war crimes allegations has been jailed. David McBride pleaded guilty to stealing military secrets, said he felt a moral duty to speak up after it came to light that Australian soldiers in Afghanistan had killed 30 civilians.
Wow. You took that in a different direction.
I
thought we were going into more Skynet taking over.
No, I had to bring us back down to earth in that one.
All right. Well, that was the news with Tomlin. Our guests this morning are from the Woodland Timber Team. Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Ashley Mayfield and Luke Galasso. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, Galasso.
Excellent. Galasso. Are here to give us an update on the Timber Team and how everything's been going this season. So how has the Timber Team been going?
We started off our first competition. A few of our events were pretty good, but what really hurt us was our pulp toss team, which is normally very good. We kind of struggled in our first competition, but last week at our competition here, we picked up the slack and we got first place.
All right. Yeah, and there was a lot of teams here last week, too. I think that's the biggest one that I've personally been to.
Yeah,
Red
we
Woodland.
expanded to 5 schools this year.
5 total. It was Chippewa,
Chippewa, Northwestern,
Northwest.
and then us, Nanawag, and Wamogo.
All right. And I think you guys were pretty successful during that one. Care to explain how successful, Ashley?
Yeah, we did pretty good. We got first place in men's pulp toss, first place in women's cross cut, first place in men's cross. No, not men's cross cut. But
Second place in men's cross cut.
Jack and Jill cross cut, we got first place. Bosaw, we got first place. So.
And when
Pretty
we say we, who are we talking about?
Just the timber team in general. Like, me and Luke got first place for Jack and Jill, and me and Cassie got first place for women's cross cut, and then
Our pulp toss team was me, Michael Varicio, Wyatt Finley, and Edgar George. So we all stepped up in that area and worked together.
Yeah.
Now, each individual event you medal in or you win that competition. Do the teams then have a team score? Or is it an aggregate to win?
No, at the competitions at the school, what we do in the spring is it's each event is a winner, but at the fairs in the fall, it's a team event. It's the winner from each first place, second, and third. You get different points, and it adds up, and it's an overall winner.
Oh, okay.
So the difference between the fall competitions and the spring one is that the teams get a chance to win, but then the individuals get a chance to win and that kind of stuff. So it's like really well-rounded.
And I heard that you got Jack and Jill.
First
And
place in both
first place in
competitions
both
so far this year.
competitions. And Bosaw.
I got first place in Bosaw the first competition, or no, second place, but
Yeah.
then I'm pretty sure Cassie Lynch got either first place or second place last competition.
All right. So how did you find your way to timber sports? Because I know we don't have a feeder program out of the middle school. There's not much around in the area just as a club sport. So how do you find yourself on the Woodland Timber Team?
Well, for me, I don't know how it was for him, but for me, I was in Mr. Murdy's freshman year history class, and he never stops talking about it because
Shocker.
he loves it so much. And you can really tell that when in the way that he teaches you things on the team and everything. Like he loves it. So he's always trying to get more people to join and everything because we're already a really small team, especially compared to the other schools. So
When I was a freshman, I was playing basketball, so I needed something to do in the fall and springtime. And one day after school, I had to stay after for something. And I was walking out the back door and I saw everyone practicing. So I was interested through just seeing how cool it looked. So the next day I asked Murdy if I could join, and now we're here.
Wow. All right. So you just a happenstance. You were
Yeah.
walking by and you just showed up. How long you guys been participating now?
I started in the fall part of my freshman year.
Oh, so you got 4 years in?
Yep.
yeah, me too.
Wow. And who are some of the up and comers we're looking at? Who's got that speed?
Well, we got her right here, Zoe. She's a freshman. She's been looking pretty good at the past few competitions.
So has Cassie Lynch. She has taken first place or second place Bosaw at every competition since like one of the ones in the fall. So she's really, and actually she wasn't even gonna do Bosaw, but then Murdy was like, "Go do it," and then she won first place.
It's good coaching
So-
right there.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to take some notes.
We also have Edgar George, who is a really good pulp tosser. So he's a junior now. So next year, I think he'll step up and be a good leader on the team.
Now, how do you pick the events that you're going to do?
Well, we all kind of tend to do the majority of them. There's obviously a few of them that we all sort of gravitate to that we personally like. But at the end of the day, we normally end up doing all of them. It's just the ones we prefer that we end up normally doing better in.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, but we usually do all of them because we do have such a small team. So
We want our best chance to
Yeah.
medal.
yeah.
Gotcha. What is the key to the log roll? Because I was watching that right there, and that's a wonky log. It's like big
Yeah.
on one end, and it kind of thins out, and there's a bunch of chunks taken out of it, and you got to roll it down those 4x4s and keep it on the rail. What's the key to that?
Well, it's different each school. The past competition here, me and my partner DQ'd because we had never used a log before, so we really didn't know what to expect. But each log, sometimes there's a little more on each end, so you have a little more to work with. But the objective is, as you're noticing it starting to roll off the rails, one person stops it, and the other person will put their PV under the log, and you have to pop it to get it back on the direction you need to go.
But the problem with the log at the last competition is that it was so short. So our little guards that you're supposed to hit into, people weren't realizing that they were inside the guard. So when they go to hit it in, they get off the track.
Oh, so the track, they were still on the track,
They
but
were
they
s-
rolled it
yeah.
right off the end
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of coming off the edge. I saw a lot of axe throwers too, which you guys didn't bring up anything about axe throwing.
So we axe throw. So at competitions, we axe throw in the background at all times, and usually every single person on the team axe throws unless they're absolutely like, no, I don't want to do it, because axe throw is one of those things where you can, like accidentally get a bullseye. So
Wait a
You
minute.
know.
Can you talk more about that?
so
What does it mean accidentally?
Yeah,
get a
accidentally
Listen.
get a perfect score.
Yeah.
It's
listen, if you throw and then if you're like, oh, I'm not gonna do good, and you can do good like really easily if you know what you're doing. That's what I mean.
So,
You know?
right. So even if you're a skilled axe thrower, you can be taken down by someone who just happens to throw an axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the difference between that and, let's say, bow saw? What is the skill behind bow saw? Like, what is that starting move that you need to get off the jump just to get that log started?
You're the good bow star.
Okay. So, for bow saw, the most important thing is that you go slow and steady the first few strokes. If not, you can cut out so easily. And that actually happened to one of our players, at the Nottawa competition, because you get like really hyped up during a competition, so you just want to go fast because you want to win. But you have to establish yourself in the wood and then go fast. But also, you hold it at the top and at the bottom, but you can't put too much pressure at the top, but you can't put no pressure at the top. So it's like a lot of skill that you have to like get into and everything.
And you want to keep the same angle, or the saw blade's going to start getting caught in the wood.
Yeah.
Is it more important to be on an angle or have to saw flat coming down?
You want to not have like an insane angle, but you want to have a little bit of an angle, so you're pushing down into the wood instead of level with it.
So it's not on the pull stroke. You're actually pushing into the wood and then
Yeah.
cutting it from there.
It's some of both.
What's the key to the Jack and Jill with the crosscut saw?
So with that one, you want to, I don't know how to explain it. You start with you have starter teeth,
Yeah.
and then you have the actual teeth of the saw blade, and you start on the starter teeth, obviously, and that gets your groove going, and then the actual blades will start really cutting through the wood. And that's really about good communication, because whoever starts the cut has to tell the other person to like make sure the saw is in line and it's not at a weird angle and that you're at a good height level, because that could all mess up your cut.
But also in crosscut, you have to get really low because crosscut is not at an angle, so you do have to be level. But it's hard to get enough wood off on like your downstroke if you're not continuously going down.
Wow. I mean, there's a lot to think. There's a lot of different kind of criteria and skill that gets involved. Is that what you're practicing in the afternoons?
Yeah.
How much wood do you go through? How much wood does a woodchuck chuck on the timber team?
I honestly don't know. At the last competition, we didn't have a lot of wood, so I was really nervous that we were going to run out, especially because it was full of knots and we can't cut through knots. But we did it good. I don't know how much wood we cut, but a lot.
No,
It's
it was
a lot.
There's a lot of sawdust out there.
Yeah.
What is your favorite event that you like competing in? If you had your druthers and you said you can only go out there and involve yourself in one, which one would it be?
I'd probably have to go with pulp toss, which is the one that's kind of like horseshoes, because I don't know what it is. It's just that's what I've always succeeded the most in. Like last 2 competitions ago, I threw 11 and I made all 11.
Wow. Well, good for you.
I would say bow saw. It's kind of what I started in. And I've just kind of like watched myself get better through the years and everything. And it's the thing that I'm really good at teaching others in. So
Now, do you take down real trees? Is that how you practice in your own backyard? Because I got 2 that need to come down, so I didn't know
listen,
if
if
you
they're
guys
white
could borrow.
pine,
Yeah.
it's a white pine, we'll take them. They're not huge.
No, I think they're scrapple. Those maples that just start growing up in your yard and you
Yeah.
realize too late. And we can maybe bring over the misery whip and then use that one on it. If any,
I'll pass on that one.
You don't like that saw?
I love that saw.
Last thing, how do people get involved for next year?
Mostly just talk to Murdy or one of us to relay it to Murdy. He's looking for new people next year because we have like 7 seniors leaving. So yeah, just talk to Murdy. We do have posters around the school.
All right. And we'll be looking for that so that he play in the fall and in the spring as well. So look for those posters and look for Murdy. Thank you both for coming in. Give us a little bit more information on the
course.
timber team. And it was quite exciting, that last event that we saw right here in the back on the deck behind the cafeteria if you're looking to go see one of the timber team events. And don't forget, on behalf of the show, she's Mama Manning, wherever she is. He just walked down the hallway. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
It's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.